at this point, the Pharaoh was like, let's kill all the baby boys. So first he tells, I'm just gonna tell the story in my little Christina way.
Yay.
Um he tells these midwives that are Hebrew, he's like, hey, when the Hebrew women start giving birth, I need you to kill the the babies. And they're
Right.
like, no, that's we're not doing that because they feared the Lord. And even though the Ten Commandments have not come out yet that say do not murder, they knew do not murder. So while this all is all happening, Moses' mom, I want to say her name is Jochebed. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot his dad's name. They have a baby and they're like, we're not giving up our baby boy. It's not happening. So they hid him for a little bit. They
Yeah,
tried
like
to
three
hide him.
months.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But then apparently it was too much to hide him. They were like, we can't hide him anymore. So this is when the Prince of Egypt, y'all, lied to us. Okay, first of all that going through the hippos and the boats, no. So they put him in a basket in the reeds, like just in the Nile. Like he doesn't even float anywhere. He's just in there. Like he just puts him in there and leaves. He's among the reeds. The only reason he is found, and his sister stays for a little bit so she can see what's going to happen. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you grew up like me and you watched The Prince of Egypt when you were 8 years old,
That song is still ringing in my
um,
head.
like I recently watched it again because I was just so interested in how many things were off. But in the movie, they have them putting the baby in the basket, going down like the whole Nile, and it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, God is really saving Moses because he could have got ate by an alligator and a hippo, and he could have bought you know, but in the Bible, she just puts him among the reeds, and he is found by Pharaoh's daughter, not his
Mm-hmm.
wife, Prince of Egypt. So, found by his daughter while she's bathing. She's bathing in the Nile. She's like, "Oh, this is one of the little Hebrew babies." Like she's just so calm.
Yeah.
She's like, "Huh." Like she's not
Like,
thinking, "Oh, we're
oh,
supposed to
that's
kill."
cute.
She's not thinking, "Oh, we're supposed to kill this baby." She's just like, I think I'll adopt the baby actually. So, and I can't even believe Pharaoh was like, all right,
Okay.
cool. I mean, I guess he probably did anything for his daughter, like most kings do. She's a princess. She probably have whatever she wants. So I don't know how old she is. Now I'm thinking, okay, how old is this daughter? But she takes him out while she's finding Moses. Miriam, his sister, comes up out of nowhere again. Pharaoh's daughter is not even surprised by Miriam
I
just
think
popping
I
in.
think Miriam was a servant there. Like I feel like she was like worked there
Maybe so
because
because she was not taken off guard. Like I would have been like, "Who are you?"
it is said something like, and I'm again, I may be mixing this up, but I'm pretty sure I thought I read this that
Okay.
that like the daughter kind of like called for a servant girl and Miriam showed up.
Oh, maybe so. See if you could find it. Well, I'm okay. I'm gonna keep
Mm.
talking while Vic tries to find that. So Miriam pops up and she's like, "Hey, you trying to keep the baby? I know somebody who can nurse the baby for you. I already know the perfect lady. The breast milk is ready." So she's like, "I'm gonna go get her for you." So then Moses' mom gets to still nurse him till I don't know how old. I guess until he needs to be weaned off, whatever age um, Hebrews wean their children from the breast. So then he is then
Oh,
adopted into the
never
family.
mind.
It's a never mind. It's not it.
So what I had like interpreted as that is that
Mhm.
the princess called for a maid to go get Moses out of the water, and then Miriam just showed up and was like, "Should I go find the Hebrew woman to nurse her to nurse the
Yeah,
baby?"
yeah. It's like
Sure.
wait, yeah. I mean, she's so unfazed. Like we only get to know Pharaoh's daughter for a little bit, but when I think about her, I'm like, this girl is unfazed.
She seems a little bit space cadetty, bro.
Like,
Like
I don't know. I mean, was she secretly believing in God and nobody how? I don't know. Because Egyptians, they believed in a whole bunch of gods. I can get into that because I wrote down a lot of notes about the gods and the plagues. It's very
mhm.
interesting.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, she was used in the plan, but I'm like, she was just so at peace with just adopting a random baby out of
Yeah,
water. I mean, or I don't know. You know what though? She could have thought that it was a gift from the river god. She could have thought that because the
maybe.
baby was in the river, they believed the river to be a god. So maybe she thought that Moses was like a gift from the god.
Hmm.
It's possible. I didn't
And
read
I
that
mean,
anywhere,
like,
but it just came to my mind.
and like Hebrews are slaves anyway, so like, a random like
Yeah, it's like
Hebrew
a little
girl
gift.
walking up
Yeah.
is like, oh,
So
you're just a slave of the house. I'm not tripping, like, because I don't know who you are anyway.
yeah.
No, I guess that makes sense. That's sad, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, man. So he gets adopted. Moses is then raised in as an Egyptian. He's pretty much raised as the Egyptian, which to me shows that the Egyptians and the Israelites, again, just like in Joseph, where Joseph, how they didn't even recognize him because he looked Egyptian.
Hmm.
Not even just based on his clothes. I feel like their skin type was pretty much the same. I feel like they all kind of looked alike because they're kind of from the
Yeah.
same region. I
Hmm.
mean, there probably were small differences, but I feel like they probably all had tan skin or brown skin. So he was raised as an Egyptian. Nobody's seen the bad eye. I don't know if they're like parading him like he was really her son, or if people knew, oh, he was a Hebrew, but we took. I don't know. They don't specify that.
They don't.
But I did read that Moses was raised to be like a military man, and he was actually like being groomed to be like the next pharaoh. Like he's in line to be pharaoh. That's why
Mm.
it's kind of crazy that he leaves all that behind. He was literally like royalty, like in real life.
Well, I mean, he didn't just leave it. He was kind of chased out.
Yeah, I mean he was, but he
I mean,
had to
like
leave.
Pharaoh was trying to kill him.
That's true.
I'd leave anything that's trying to kill me.
Yeah, but it's because he killed somebody.
Yeah, for good reason. Okay, it's not good
Is it a
reason.
good reason?
It's not a good reason. Wasn't it by accident?
No.
Okay, that's how the movie makes it.
In the Prince of Egypt, and I'm gonna keep going back to the Prince of Egypt because my childhood is alive. But
Man, not to mention, whoever animated Moses and Joseph is the same character. It's the same one.
yeah,
They look identical.
yeah. So, so yeah, in the movie, he's like, "Stop, stop!" and he accidentally pushes the guy off of the like scaffolding or whatever,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" and everybody sees, and he just runs away, and his brother is trying to come and like, "No, Moses, don't leave me. I'll make it seem like nobody ever knows." No, in the Bible, he literally like sees the guy, and he's like, looks around, kills him, thinks nobody knows. He hides the dude in the sand. Then, like the next day, he's telling two Hebrews to stop fighting, and the Hebrews are like, "Or what? You gonna kill me too? Like you did the Egyptian? You thought I
Not
ain't know?"
post up.
Yeah, like, and then he gets so scared that he's like, "Oh, who else knows?" And then he's like, "Oh, it must be a known thing." And then he figures out, or Pharaoh figures it out. Then he runs because Pharaoh tries to kill him. See, in the movie, Pharaoh's not trying to kill him. Pharaoh's like literally his dad, which is funny because in the Bible, he's
It's his
Pharaoh's
grandfather.
grandson, his
Yeah.
adopted grandson. Yeah.
Read your Bible,
Anyway,
folks.
so Moses leaves Egypt after murdering the Egyptian. He In the movie he runs away through the desert. I don't know how accurate that is. He could have left on a camel, who knows? But he leaves, he flees, he goes to Midian,
That
where
sandstorm in the movie is too much.
the sandstorm. Oh
Yeah, that's
yeah,
too much. Dude would have been dead. Like, what do you mean? He just gets pulled up out the sand
by a camel.
by a camel. Like, dude would have been dead. He would have been like, what's it called? Strangled by the sand, like suffocated.
What's so funny is I laugh because in the movie when he tears off the wig, I was like, "Oh shoot, it's a wig." I was like, "Oh."
It's the same wig Joseph had on.
I mean, apparently, I guess Egyptians wore wigs. I don't know. I want to see if that's culturally correct. And that's
Mm,
my next thing to do with Prince of
right.
Egypt, to see how culturally correct it is, because it's not
Because it
biblically
still ain't
correct, but it's
biblically
okay.
correct.
It's okay because I still love the movie. It's still
Yeah,
I literally
it's
rented
great.
it on YouTube. I paid $3.99 to watch it. Three
Man.
ninety nine. Because it's nowhere for free.
It
Nowhere. Oh, do you know somewhere it is for free? Do you have a bootleg
No,
copy? Where is it at? You talking about one of those websites that you
it's
watch
on
stuff for free?
Vimeo.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Then I can go
It's on
watch it again.
Vimeo.
But when I Googled it, it was like Amazon, I think YouTube and Apple TV, but they were all like rent it for $3.99 or buy it for
Mm,
$14.99. Might end
it's
up
on
buying it
Vimeo.
because it's a national treasure. And
It
the
is.
soundtrack is super fire. I'm about to get the soundtrack. I know it got to be on Apple Music.
There Can Be
Um,
Miracles is literally like
I used to
the
listen to
best
that
song in the world.
soundtrack over and over again in my little boombox because I was 8 when it came out, and I was like, it was like, what is the saying? It was all the rage.
Right.
I had the CDs. I want to say I had like a double disc one, and
Yep.
it was like the ones from the movie, and then there was like the
Mhm.
extra like Boys to Men stuff. Girl,
Yes.
yes, yes. It was
It
like,
was it was
don't let me
great.
get off on a tangent on that.
Listen, it was a
Okay,
black movie, okay? Period.
it
There's
really
nobody who
was.
could tell me anything
It
else.
really was. Yeah. I mean, they did a good job.
They
But
did.
anyway, okay.